What's up, world? Welcome back to another thrilling edition of Snacking with Chef. I am your host, of course, Chef. Um, man, do I even really want to put it on right now? Before we get into this, man, like and subscribe, man. Just, all the pain and suffering that I'm going through being a Lions fan, you already know. I don't feel like putting the hat on. I'm like, but like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing this thrilling and this self-deprecating Lions content. Um, the pain, the suffering, you know, everything, the anxiety, all the things that we go through, all of the emotions, the cardiac cats once again. This time, man, let's get right into the instant reaction, the instant observations. Man, this secondary, this whole defense is horrible, bro. Awful. Awful. The defense is really, really bad. Now, when I did the preview, I said that earlier this year, late last season in January, the Lions gave up 170 yards rushing to Rashad Penny, which I believe was his career high at the time. They didn't give up 170 yards this time, but they did give up 150, I believe. About 150. That's Come on, man. And like every one of those rushes that they gave up was on third down. He like scored 2 touchdowns on third down. So he cooked them for about, I want to say about 90 yards on third down. Okay. And then he sealed the game on third down. They couldn't get the one more stop that they needed. The defense was awful. The defense was awful. And speaking of the defense, Jeff, Mr. I want to celebrate because I broke up one pass, but prior to that, I got toasted for 124 yards and a touchdown. Okuda. Bruh. You got to do better, bruh. I mean, you have to. The only way is up, right? That's it. There is no other way. I'm talking to you, man to man, bruh. Stop celebrating when you break up one pass and you done gave up 124 yards before that. What are you celebrating? Bruh, the defense gave up 500 yards. I'm not exaggerating. 500 yards. The defense gave up 500 yards and 48 points. Somebody please explain to me. Somebody please explain to me. How does this happen? I understand. There were a lot of injuries. We don't have much talent. We can't deal with injuries. We have a lot of people out. Romeo Okwara is out. Julian Okwara is out. Tracy Walker is not coming back this season, right? We got Josh Pascal, who is a second-round rookie that we picked this year. He's out. I think James Houston of HBCU fame. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's playing. I haven't, I've seen some features, some articles, but I haven't heard his name called on game day, so I'm not sure if he's playing. So we got a lot of pieces that we're missing. The biggest problem is, okay, Levi Onwuzurike is out. Okay, like I said, we're missing a lot of people. We're missing people on the line. We're missing people in the in the linebacking core. We're missing people in the secondary. Missing people on all three levels of the defense. I understand that. I get that. Really, really, I do. But man, 500 yards, 48 points, bruh. And let me address this. Detroit Lions. Where's my camera? Where's my or this one right here? All right. Detroit Lions. I have been watching the Detroit Lions since the 80s. I remember Barry. I remember Herman Moore. I remember Calvin. I remember Benny Blades. Right? I don't remember Night Train Lane. I'm not that old. But, I remember the glory days, if we can call them that, of the Lions. I remember almost getting to the Super Bowl, like getting blown out by Washington in the NFC Championship game. I remember all that. And I also remember that for the past, I want to say, 10 years, the naked boot action is just your kryptonite. Why? Every single time we stopped this play once after it had been successful about 6 times, we stopped the play one time. Every time I watch the Lions play, that play is the kryptonite, the bugaboo, the whatever you want to call it. You can't figure it out. Telltale signs. Every single time. Whoever is supposed to be setting the edge, whether it be the defensive lineman, whether it be the outside linebacker, okay, the defensive end or the outside linebacker, whoever's supposed to be setting that edge crashes inside, and the quarterback just boots out. It doesn't matter if it's a mobile quarterback. It doesn't matter if it's an immobile quarterback, right? And the tight end just leaks out over the top, and nobody knows what's happening. Bro, watching the game from television, I know what's happening. And I'm like, why won't anyone pick up that tight end? It's a free, at least 5 yards. It's free. And every time they do it, they pick up at least 5 yards. They generally get 8 to 10. So I'm trying to understand here, Lions. I'm trying to understand. I mean, coaching staff after coaching staff. We love Jim Caldwell. His teams couldn't stop them. His defenses couldn't stop it. Why can no one's defense stop the damn naked boot action? And in the beginning of the game, they started this when the Seahawks weren't running for anything. They were still biting on the play action. How do you bite on the play action when there's no threat of the run? Are y'all professional football players? This is a question that I want to ask. That's a question I want to ask. Are you professional football players, Detroit Lions? Is this your livelihood? Is this what you get paid to do? Please, help me out. Let me know. Because if this is what you get paid to do, bruh, I know y'all study. I know you watch film. But the same damn play is not going to beat me 15 times in a game. And it certainly shouldn't beat you 15 times in a game. It certainly shouldn't beat you 15 times a year. I mean, you should be able to diagnose the play when it happens. Y'all remember when Bart was touching the stove and he was like, ow, 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 ow. He just kept touching the stove. He's ow, ow. Why? Why do you keep touching the stove? You know the stove is hot. Don't touch it. Do not touch the stove, Detroit Lions. Naked boot action is the stove. And you are Bart Simpson. I mean, what is it? Tell me. I'm waiting for an answer. I want the Detroit Lions to write Cone Juice the Chef. Tweet at me. Do something. Let me know why y'all can't stop that play. Out of everything that happened, y'all gave up 500 yards. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Freaking, what's his name? Oh, hell no, Cuda. Oh, hell no, Cuda. Okay? They put you in single coverage. And look what happened. DK Metcalf said, I'm not impressed. He not even covering folks one-on-one. He got safety help over the top. He's not really locking people down like you think he is. He said that. And then he proceeded to whoop your ass. He whooped it. All that. He did that. Like, did y'all see the joint where he just stiff armed you down the sideline and caught the ball and was like, thank you very much, I'm going to take that. You're too little. You can't guard me. Where is your sense of pride? Where is it? Y'all need to have pride in what y'all are doing. This is the Lions. One pride. Where is yours? You gave up 500 yards. People, there's nothing else to discuss about this game. Y'all gave up 500 yards on the defense and 48 points. Seattle's defense was bad. Seattle's defense wasn't good. I'm not going to deny that. They gave up 45 points and damn near 500 yards. But the Seattle Seahawks won the damn football game. Won because their kicker can make field goals and extra points. I'm not going to speak on this man's job. I'm not going to do that. Because I would be upset as a man myself if someone was speaking on my job and asking for me to be removed from my job. I'm not going to speak on that. All I'm going to speak about is the fact that we had to go for two because my man couldn't make extra points. Now, he's an NFL kicker, and he couldn't make extra points. He missed 2 of them on 2 attempts. And then we had to take away his privileges of kicking field goal or extra points. How often does that happen? You mean to tell me that they couldn't have gone somewhere to some high school somewhere with a kid kicking a soccer ball and place him into the game to make an extra point? You don't think that kid would have fared better or if not the same? That's all I'm saying. And you know what? I don't even know your name, bruh. So I can't even call for you to be fired. I can't, because I don't know your name. It's Dominic something. The last name, I don't know. It's German. Okay? But listen. Help is on the way. Do not be fooled. This isn't the same old Lions. I refuse to believe that this is the same old Lions. Help is on the way. We got the Patriots next week, bruh. We got the Patriots. Fatty Patty. Matt Patricia. Hey, man. Somebody gonna have to put the cape on their back and get to work. We cannot lose to Fat Matt Patricia. We cannot lose to him. Here's the reason we don't have Darius Slay anymore. Here's the reason that we don't have Quandre Diggs anymore. He's the reason we had Trey Flowers. Don't lose. Look, listen, Lions. Listen. I'll tell you what. Don't lose to Fat Matt Patricia. I understand Bill Belichick. All that. I understand that. 100%. Don't lose to Fat Matt now. Hey, don't do it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't do it. If you do, I'm coming to see you. Put that on everything you love, cuz I'm coming to see you if you lose to Fat Matt Patricia. Don't do that to me. And to the rest of the Lions fandom, don't do that to us. Don't do that to the Pride. Hey, man, the injury report next week, gonna be brutal. We had so many injuries going into this game. We had so many injuries coming out of this game. At one point, I thought that the Lions were going to have to go up in the stands and get a couple people to play receiver. Right? Josh Reynolds balled out. Game ball, Josh Reynolds. He balled out. I would love to give a game ball to Jared Goff if he hadn't thrown that pick six at the beginning of the second half. Very, very similar to game number 1 against the Eagles. Very similar. Right? Looked like we was going to get blown out. We lost by 3. Jared Goff threw a pick six. This game looked like we were going to get blown out, lost by 3. Jared Goff threw a pick six. Right? So I can't give a game ball to Jared Goff. But you know what? Jared Goff did set a record. He set a Lions record. That's something that Matt Stafford never did. He didn't set that record. What was it? The second consecutive home game with 20 or more completions? Hey, man. That's what I'm saying. Matt Stafford didn't do it 2 games in a row at home. That's all I'm saying. All right. So I'm not completely writing Goff off. Goff off. That's good, right? I didn't even think. Anyway, sometimes I surprise myself. Anyway, I'm not completely writing Goff off. Okay. TJ Hawkinson did your thing. TJ was, hey, man. He had 82 yards in the first 3 games of the season, and on 1 reception, he had 81 yards in this game. All right, they talk about TJ Hawkinson like he's the next coming of George Kittle just because he went to Iowa. And I have to admit to you, I never saw it because in 4 years, my man has less than 2,000 yards receiving. Those are the facts, okay? I want to be on the Hawk wagon right now. I want to say he's elite. If he can continue to have games like this, right, where he can get 100+ yards receiving, like on a consistently regular basis, I'm going to say he's elite. I'm going to say he's the next great Ohio tight end. I said Ohio? Damn, I'm all messed up right now. The next great Iowa tight end, because don't nothing great come out of Ohio. That's why we call it oh hell no. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, man, this was just supposed to be a quick hitter, but I had to rant. I had to get him. 500 yards of offense given up by this defense. Something's got to change. I am not on the fire Aaron Glenn bandwagon. That's absurd. If Aaron Glenn had a talented defense and they were giving up 500 yards, then that's something that you could talk about. But these guys, they're talented. They're more talented than me and you, right? Because I don't want somebody seeing this and be like, you never played the game. I did play the game, actually. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to Yeah, man, I was like that. Okay, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, these guys are talented, but as far as like NFL level talented, what we need to sustain victory talented, what we need to stop the other team from giving up 500 yards talented, they're not that. And we need that. We need an infusion of talent. We need an infusion of talent. Right? And I guess it's good that I didn't put the hat on today because I would have been sweating. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just had to get this out because this was important. Right? This was important. And I hope somebody from the Lions sees it. I hope that they understand we out here hurting, bruh. We hurting. We your fans, man. And you give us a reason to believe every single week. You give us a reason to believe, and the defense takes it away. The defense takes it away, bro. The offense and the special teams could be clicking, and the defense takes it away. The defense came into this game giving up 31 points per game. 31 points. Bro, in the first 2 games, I think we were averaging 36.5 points. We split those 2 games. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? When your offense has to score damn near 40 points, there is a problem. Most teams would love for their offense to score damn near 30 points. That means that they're probably blowing the other teams out. But not the Lions. Not this year. All right. So I'm glad that the offense is clicking. Jamal Williams had some. Listen, guys. Jamal Williams was dropping some balls in Hard Knocks as well. Maybe he's not the receiving back. Just saying. Love Jamal. Okay? Love Jamal. But maybe he's not the guy that you want leaking out of the backfield and throwing passes to. It's okay. Some people are not catchers of the football. It's okay. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Because that's, maybe that's not within your skill set. Not all running backs are catchers of the football. Right? They wondered if Adrian Peterson was a catcher of the football, like as good of a runner as he was. Right? They said that was one of his weaknesses. Now he claimed, obviously, hey, they just don't throw me the ball. Blah, blah. Okay. If it's one of your weaknesses, they've seen it in practice, they know what it is, you can't catch. It's fine. It's fine. Because you can run the mess out of the ball. Jamal had that 51-yard touchdown. He was getting it. I like how you didn't dance this week. Because if somebody fined me $13,000 plus for gyrating my pelvis muscles, I wouldn't be gyrating my pelvis muscles anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Anymore. Not at all. No gyration. Okay? So, hey, listen. There were some good things, a lot of bad things. Lots and lots and lots of bad things. And they're mainly on the defense. But that kicker, Lord have mercy, that kicker. Somebody help me. Bro, I don't ever want to see, like, the kicking problems the last few years in the NFL need to be under investigation. Where are these kickers coming from? Where do they find them? There's got to be a talent pool somewhere in the United States. And it doesn't even have to be in the United States, bro. Right? Martin Gramatica. He wasn't from the United States. All right, like kicking is so international, bro. Like, go down to Brazil. I need y'all to start going to Brazil, right? Because they're the soccer players supremes of the world. You understand what I'm saying? Go down to Brazil and do some tryouts. Just give them a week to get acclimated Give them a week. They're used to tackling the slide, like they slide. They probably can't do that in the NFL. Kick somebody in the shin with your cleats. That's probably illegal, right? But they could probably kick the hell out of a ball now. Go down to Brazil, man. Get one of the dudes that has one name, right? Don't get a dude with two names. Get one with one name. You know what I'm saying? Like Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. Like you gotta get one with one name. He can't have more than one, right? Because if he got one name, that means he's a star. He's destined to do great things. You understand? Because they all are. You feel me? So listen, Lions. Hey man, fix your defense, fix your special teams. Dan, we love you. But this stuff needs to be fixed, bruh. It needs to be fixed. Now I know you have, it's a 6-year plan. But stuff I understand the 6 year. I understand you got 6 years. I understand it totally, completely, 100%. But you need to make some changes. Okay? This defense cannot go around giving up 500 yards in a game. They can't do that. It's not right. It's against the spirit of NFL football for a defense to give up 500 yards in a game, for a defense to be giving up 31 points per game, and now it is higher because they gave up 48 in this one. 48. They almost dropped a 50 burger on you.